Yeah, one thing about console as far as the ADCs go is you always want to solo the other ADC, and it's just, you get soloed, it's like, oh, you're the worst player ever because you got soloed. So I think games 1 and 2, Stormy was looking a little bit too much for the solo kill. Once he, relaxed, realized, hey, this is not a one-on-one game, this is a team game, and he, corrected his positioning a little bit, I think it helped them because I think one time Stormy did get picked and it cost him a Gold Fury. So I'm sure you heard it from Chapo, hey, you can't do that, you got to relax. And he fixed his positioning in game 3 and it really showed.
It's very impressive how SoaR was able to just adapt midway, right? It takes a lot to be able to do that, to really point out your wrongs, your faults, and then say, all right, we were clearly in the wrong here in those first 2 games. Let's readjust here. So let's think about game 4 now, because that's where we're at, thankfully. Hopefully we get to see a best of 5. I'm sure a lot of people back at home would really like that too. All right, so you start the draft off, and looking here, first and foremost, the bans that have gone out have been Ra, Alquan, Geb, and Anubis. Those are the first bans for game 1. Then the bans for game 2, Ra, Alquan, Geb, and Jing Wei, because they learned that they don't want to deal with that Jing Wei from SoaR no matter what. Then there was some learning. Zeus, Alquan again in that 2nd spot, followed by Geb again in that 3rd spot, and then they went for the Jing Wei ban later on. So very similar throughout. As we get ready for game 4, what do you think we're going to see, guys?
I think it's going to be pretty true, at least the first couple of bans. On the side of SoaR, like I said, if they're not able to prioritize the Zeus for themselves, it's most definitely going to be taken away. And this is, like Zach was talking about, Eager starting to adapt since they just lost their first game in this set. And I think that it was a very smart choice by them to go ahead, take away the bots, and they're going to stay true to that Alquan ban as well. They're not trying to let Chapo get any kind of hard carry potential. God.
Yeah, and that's a smart strategy by Eager, because a lot of times you will see Chapo just flat out carry the game, and he did a good job of that last time. Glad to see the Zeus ban rather from SoaR, and I like the Sylvanus from Eager. They're staying strong with their comp. They said, the Humbats is a little bit too much to deal with though, but I think we still want to run, the same base, the core.
Yeah, and SoaR, I wouldn't be surprised to see Uzzy opt for the Odin 4th time around. The Eager already showed that they're looking for a healing composition with the Sylvanus pick. So it would be pretty safe, I'd assume, with considering the fact that Zeus is already taken off the table. Really important pickup, though, to go ahead and take that Scylla for Shaliber. He really came to life in that last game, and his synchronization with Chapo, I think, is a lot more online than what it has been. And yeah, you can see SoaR going ahead, opting for the Odin Scylla, so definitely just trying to run it back.
Yeah, I mean, it's clear that SoaR has a strategy. They've played the Odin. They want the Odin, but here, like we talked about, the Nike has been a problem for SoaR. So here they said, okay, no, you aren't even going to get a chance to ban it because we're going to pick it here in the 1st round. And I like the Chronos pick also. Cougar, I mean, he didn't do as well last game on the Soul. So, hey, you know what? We got a chance here to pick the Chronos. Pick the Chronos.
Yeah, and he also has that rewind ult, right, which allows him to be able to escape out of that Odin cage. That's pretty smart there. But now the Jing Wei comes out, and this is where it gets interesting because it almost feels like both teams are trying to go for their best, which is exciting, right? It's like, all right, you know what? You dominated us before with this. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing. I want everyone at 100%.
Yeah, and I think it'll also be really interesting to see how the Nike Chronos pans out without that Zeus, because I do feel like the Zeus was a pretty critical part of that draft that Eager was trying to run. And so without it, I feel like SoaR will have a little bit more potential as far as lockdown, like they had success with in the last game. And so I think it'll definitely be interesting to see how the Odin pans out against those characters now without any kind of massive AoE ult bearing down on them as they're trying to capitalize on the Odin ring.
Right, and you see the Awilix also banned for SoaR. myflin has shown time and time again that he wants the Awilix, so I like the Awilix ban there, and also the Vulcan ban too, which is a great ban because I know Delta Marine loves his Vulcan. And Ares targeted at Brochacho. We know not a lot of people play Ares, but Brochacho is one of the few, and his Ares is very good. So I like that ban coming out. Guan Yu also for SoaR, most likely going to see that in the support role. I know Chach loves Guan Yu. Uzzy's more of an Odin player, so we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, and I think it's also really smart by SoaR leaving that last pick slot for Chapo's jungler because it gives them a little bit more variety. They're going to be able to see the full composition of Eager, and Chapo is a very strong mechanical player, and he can really show up on almost any jungler. I feel like his god pool is very wide and flexible, and so I feel like he's just going to go for something that can really synchronize up with the Scylla, and as long as Chapo and Shalabur are on the same page, then SoaR's draft can really come together as a whole.
Yeah, and I like that. Giving Chapo a chance to counter pick, you know, the whole composition for Eager. He says, okay, this is what Eager has. Now this is what I want to play against it. You could see the Thor here. I think he's going to go the Thor here, but yeah, Hebo Ratatoskr, that's a lot of damage.
I would like to see him opt for potentially a Fenrir. I'm not sure how likely it is going to come out, and considering that Thor is on the table. But I feel like it would be a very strong pick, especially against the Havois, because of the fact that the Brutalize is knock-up immune on Fenrir, and so he would have a lot more chase potential and just overall able to just stay on top of that Havois so he can't really escape.
It's going to be the Naja Scylla, though. Naja Scylla, one of the most potent wombo combos we have in Smite. I mean, that's, you go up in the air, come down, and you're dead to Scylla ult. So I like SoaR's comp here, I really do.
And well, I'm sure Tully's happy to see the Naja as well. he was raving about it the other day. All right, guys, this is it. Does Eager close it out, or can SoaR force that game 5? Taco?
I want to see it go to game 5. I'm going to go for SoaR on this one.
All right, blindly going for SoaR. I respect it.
Nah, I like SoaR's comp. I think it's going to game 5.
All right, it could go to game 5, folks. Can SoaR do it? Can SoaR force Eager's hand, or will Eager become the Smite console world champions? Let's go ahead. Send it over to your casters.
Thank you, analyst. The Hebo pick. That's pretty spicy.
It is a little spicy, but Naja, though, a little spicier as well.
Not only is Nisha spicy, but it's really good with the Scylla, so the combo overall is going to be really good.
We saw Cherio just do such a fantastic job with Sanguine, making this strategy on the map, and now SoaR going to be the ones to execute it. The question is, are they going to be able to execute it efficiently enough? Are they going to overextend and try to do it, or are they going to be more patient like they were the last game?
I'm also confused why Chapo didn't go for the Fenrir pick, as Tak also said. The Fenrir looks so strong against the matchup as Eager have right now. Against the Sylvanus knockup, you can brutalize and basically keep on him. Also the Hebo, and Hubofred loves having Fenrir versus Ratatoskr, so I know for a fact that that matchup is also all right.
You do have the stun coming out of myflin, so that could have been one option to deter. I think it was more worried about making sure that Shalabur is in the most comfortable position that he could be in. We saw what he was not really able to be efficient on the Zhang Kui, but now on the Scylla in the last game, he was just going off.
And once again, they give the setup for Shalabur. They have the Nisha to set up. Before it was the Terra. So I'm going to be looking at Chapo and Shalabur here, whether they're going to play a little bit better together. And also, the Guan Yu is so good against the Sylvanus as a whole. Also knock up immune. Also against the Hebo. He can basically, usually when I play against Hebo or Poseidon, I go for the Bluestone and I can run him down and kill him instantly.
Yet again, though, we see SoaR Gaming being given this Odin, and yet again, a lot of immobile gods on the side of Team Eager.
Right, they have the Hebo, they have the Sylvanus, and that's the target Uzzy is going to be looking for.
Look at this invade, though, coming out of Eager. They're going to allow SoaR to get these Harpies, but they're going to try to get an early first blood, or at least poke them out to get it themselves. Great job by Eager.
They could have gotten a kill there, but Delta Marine actually going for the mid camps instead. So now Storm is just going to poke Marine out, and overall it's a 1-for-1 trade.
So much action already on the right-hand side. The blue buff did get stolen away, having to jump.
And that's a disengage from SoaR, but Dwurst still wants to go in here, just chasing them all the way back to their tower. Going to head towards his wave now. So yet again, we're seeing this very big early groupings in the solo lane.
So this is what Eager has to do. They cleared the wave first. They managed to poke out Uzzy. They lost their own blue, but they're going to go for a blue buff invade of their own. They have to watch out, though, because now that SoaR has finished the wave, they're going to be contesting this one, and you have to respect the ring bounces.
Chapo looking to get that toss off. Jellly taking so much damage. The crit there was huge for Chapo. The root was better from Jellly, but it's not going to be long for him to live. First blood goes to Chapo. He might not have much longer to live himself. Doesn't get the sash off. Delta Marine manages to get the kill.
And Delta Marine's here doing so much damage. Uzzy's in the awkward position, didn't have the jump, so trading that 2 for 1. Despite Chapo getting that first blood, I think it still favors Eager here because of what they get afterwards.
For sure, but this comes down to Eager getting level 2 before SoaR, so getting that extra spell did so much for Eager.
Chapo was in a good position to get the ring bounces off. He got that immensely fortunate crit onto Jellly just to get him low enough to get that first blood, but the rest of his teammates seemed like they didn't really want to be as close as Chapo was.
Also, Delta Marine getting that really good rotation in over Challenger. He had the pressure in the mid lane, so he was able to rotate towards the speed buff, and Hebo early is evil.
Chapo being taken down there. We've seen in the first 2 games that when Chapo's fallen behind, all of SoaR tends to fall behind. Could we see something similar happening this game?
I think yes and no, because the fact that he started off the reinforced Greaves, and off of that first blood, he got the Bumbus Mask, so he's going to be able to start snowballing a little bit more with his mobility from the boots and every single time he ring bounces.
And I think it's all right, Chapo being behind for once. He's not going to get cocky. He's not going to go in too aggressive. He's going to look for the safe picks, and I think that might change his mentality as a whole, so maybe it's actually good.
He has to be a little bit more passive to be able to set up Challenger in these spots. And once he hits level 5, they're going to be able to look for some sort of wombo combo. I wouldn't even be surprised if they tried to focus out Jellly before he gets any sort of defensive items.
And I hope this Nasha Scylla combo is really practiced, because they want to get that Scylla ultimate off immediately after Chapo's ultimate. Otherwise, Jellly is going to get that Scylla off and basically absorb all of the damage.
Dwurst back on this Nike should be able to get a decent amount of lane pressure and potentially prevent early rotations out of Uzzy. You know, Nike just such a strong character in terms of not only clear, but setup and frontline ability as well.
She has the shield from her ultimate. She has a great knockup in her jump. She has the disarm. Some tools to her disposal.
Team Eager have really good potential to win this game.
Oh, here we go. The Ratatoskr in the air doesn't knock anyone up. Ultimate coming out of Delta Marine. Challenger just barely managed to get out. Iron Monster doesn't land as AirCougar gets a great kill there. Excellent rotation from Eager. Chapo taking the poke. Dwurst, he managed to find the kill. Actually, it's myflin that gets it. Airstrike comes through from StormyRays, but excellent gank there from Eager.
And for nothing, Eager on top of that one. Unfortunately, ElSoarchapo still only level 4. They didn't get the execution that they wanted to.
I was just about to say this before this fight happened. Eager is going to be looking at the Scylla right now. He's the only magical damage onto SoaR right now, so if they shut him down, they can go full physical protection, and they'll be so safe in the fights.
Not only that, you also have Delta Marine playing the Habwa, and if this Habwa gets ahead, gets a little bit more levels, he's going to start doing work with those water sprouts.
How come we don't traditionally see Habwa in competitive Smite?
I mean, overall, it's way too easy to shut down. Also, if you just fight in the jungle, this Guan, you can basically kill him alone. Even without the Bluestone, as I've been talking about, you can kill him. And if the Guan just sticks onto him, he will not do anything in the fight. But they took a fight with basically Eager in the favor, so...
As long as Eager commits to the same target, then it's going to be very easy for this Habwa to get the damage that he needs to get off. Normally, we see a lot of different mages in the meta because it's so much easier to land their abilities. They have more area of effect, but myflin, he wants to find StormyRays. Not going to find the stun, though.
Excellent dash there from StormyRays, but still takes a good amount of poke. We can see Chapo hanging around the side. He might be looking for the Pico on a myflin, but doesn't manage to land the sash.
Not going to find it. It's going to allow the disengage to occur. Blue buff, though, getting contested. Uzzy's going to find it with the Raft. Just going to casually walk away after the slow. Still with the knockup, but you're not going to want to dive this tier 2 for the kill.
So despite the fact that Dwurst had a lot of mana and his ultimate online, there's still way too risky for play at the 5-minute mark.
And SoaR just being so far behind in XP right now, just bringing Eager so aggressive into the map, and they can basically go for all the invades.
Now in the gold here, AirCougar forced into the purification, which allows Chapo to take him to the sky, and guess what's landing for him when he comes? I'm a monster.
Challenger misses the second strike there, though. Delta Marine looking for a target now. They find Chapo, knock him up. Second knockup's available. Chapo's still alive. Great meditation and heal there from Brochacha, but myflin's here with the extra damage. StormyRays, though, picks up Delta Marine. Dwurst, oh my goodness, so much damage there onto Brochacha.
2 for 2. The ultimate from Habwa was good, but it put him in a really awkward position position to allow a collapse from SoaR, finding a squishy kill.
What a great ultimate coming out from Chapo right there, getting out that Chronos immediate of the fight. This just comes down to Eager's Dwurst out-rotating Uzzy completely, and that's why they got an equal fight.
You have to be holding hand to hand in the jungle against the members of SoaR, because obviously they're going to be doing the same thing between the Naja and the Scylla.
And right now, AirCougar's speed is down, so Chapo's going to go straight to that dual lane and try to get that pick again.
They better make sure they get the kill, because otherwise their rewind will get him out of dodge, and that's going to reset the whole team fight into Eager's favor. But now deltamarine getting caught, use the purification, trying to find the right ultimate, but still nothing.
And that's what I was talking about. He will have no mobility, he's so easy to catch out, and that's what it is.
And it forces the ultimate out of myflin as well, so a lot down now for Team Eager.
Didn't have the ultimate to escape that one, so SoaR finding one pick. They find the root and the stun. Got the purification pull slightly off the mark. SoaR going to be able to push out this mid wave beforehand. They could look for the speed buff invade.
And SoaR's playing their combo so well. It's so unfortunate they got behind in the early game, otherwise they would have leaded this.
And now speed buff is being contested off of that one pick. Dwurst trying to hold it on, but I'm a monster, and the cavalry charge being used.
Eager chasing now. There's the cage out of Uzzy. myflin stuck in there with him, but look at this. It's blocking off Dwurst and Jellly completely from the rest of his team. Great disengage there from SoaR.
A lot of ultimates being exchanged, but overall, at the end of the day, myflin still finding his own speed buff. Dwurst taking so much poke from AirCougar.
Not going to amount to anything, though, in the mid lane, other than maybe this heal on tower. The Sylvanus heals at this point are giving them a lot of sustain. myflin actually picks up SoaR on the side. They're looking for ElSoarchapo here, knocked up by Dwurst into StormyRays, but Chapo, excellent ultimate there to save himself. Uzzy looking to do some damage. Dwurst actually might pay for his life. ElSoarchapo gets a kill. deltamarine with the ultimate 3-man knockup from Jellly, but StormyRays gets a kill.
Eager, too ambitious, but look at AirCougar, not on the mark, unfortunately, for the time ref. Finding two, only losing Caliber in the process. SoaR walk away with one.
And Team Eager, 8 minutes in and just dive in the tier 2 tower. I have no idea why they went so aggressive.
I mean, to be fair, they got the tier 1 mid tower earlier on, so it gives them a little bit of a safety net to still retreat down the mid lane, but losing 2 members there is not smart.
What was great there was Chapo kept himself alive with his ultimate and with his heals, and that allowed ElSoarchapo to come in, give him some more heals, and Eager just threw so much into Chapo. The sustain kept him alive, and there was nothing left to fight the rest of SoaR.
Luckily, Eager didn't lose any other objectives after losing those 2 members. They defended their own speed buff, which allowed them to still chase down, because we saw the I'm a Monster come out, we saw Uzzy's ultimate cage come out, so this is why Eager wanted to keep chasing SoaR, maybe finding something in return.
Yeah, and right now SoaR actually fought back a little bit, almost equal in gold, but Chapo is still going to be looking for these ultimates and trying to get that combo off, because if they fight the Kibo or if they fight the Chronos, they're going to get one-shot by the combo.
The problem that I'm noticing is the fact that Chapo's 2 levels behind myflin at this point, and he's building defensively. You know, he went the Reinforced Greaves at level 1, which was what allowed him to get the first blood, but now getting caught out of position again is Chapo taking one into the sky.
myflin goes up as well, looking to get the return. I'm a Monster comes down, but does no damage there to Brochacho. myflin looking for Chapo, picks him up. deltamarine knocks up Caliber. There's the heal, though, from Brochacho. deltamarine rooted in place, and here's Uzzy with the cage. He's looking for deltamarine, actually just backing away now, because StormyRays is in some trouble. Airstrike out of danger, but AirCougar's so fast. He's using the rewind to try and get back, but it goes the wrong way. Uzzy picks up Dwurst.
It seems that Dwurst was diving just too hard in the back, and now StormyRays, he had nowhere to go except south, allowing myflin to make that rotation overall 1-for-1.
Stormy should have gone for the suicide there, just going straight to their tower and just killed himself, so Team Eager wouldn't have gotten anything. Instead, he just dies to them instead, but it's all right.
We're going to see myflin trying to find another pick. ElSoarchapo not having much mana, just needs to find a few more in-hands, but a nice meditation bait. Here comes another member, Uzzy, trying to find the soul purification with AirCougar right around the corner, even stunning Caliber on the back.
Great work by AirCougar thus far in this game, really starting kind of to develop into this carry that Eager really needs.
Yeah, but we also saw this in the first game. AirCougar just bullying out Stormy every single time, and he's doing it once again this game, and if he keeps this up, he might be able to carry it as he did in the first game.
And yet again as well, myflin got a 2-level advantage over ElSoarchapo, 5-0 and 4. Really as well as AirCougar, the one that's carrying this game for Eager.
And this comes down to Chapo being dead 4 times and losing a lot of farm. He can't really do anything at this point. And as I was saying before, if if Challenger and Chapo misses their combo, it's going to be horrible for the team fight. Challenger also in that fight before missed his ultimate. And then
Fury though being started 11 minutes into the game. Members of Eager not around the corner, but SoaR just going to let that one drop. They see Jellly and they want to get him.
myflin's low in the sky. I'm a monster is from Challenger here looking for a target off the mark though. And here's the heals from Jellly. Eager can look for the re-engage.
and SoaR's ultimate is down right now. Team Eager should really start baiting this goal for you and just take the fight because it's going to be easy.
2 ultimates being traded by both teams. You don't have I'm a monster, you don't have the cavalry charge, but on the other hand, now myflin and Jelly's ultimates is going to be difficult for either team to really find the right opportunity, but Jellly's still looking for something around the corner. Maybe could catch Challenger and force that purification.
And Brochacho's out of mana, so this is going to be really good for Team Eager if they just bait this goal for you.
All right, we see Eager starting up the Gold Fury here. SoaR Gaming not quite in the area. A lot of damage coming through. It seems like Eager want to commit to this. Challenger doesn't even have a chance to steal it. Eager takes the Gold Fury, but here's Uzzy. Tremendous knock up there. Delta Marine gets one. AirCougar gets the second kill here, and now Team Eager gets the Gold Fury and 2 kills.
That's the damage coming out of Delta Marine's Habois. 1 level ahead of Challenger, finding a great knockup, just utilizing his water cannon, and that's what is allowing Eager to get ahead.
And what is SoaR doing? They went in even though the goal free already was down.
And now still going forward some more. Dwurst is never satisfied, it seems, with only 2 kills, only 1 goal for nah. Let's get 3.
Left-hand side tier 1 tower being focused by Delta Marine and myflin. myflin, a decent amount of penetration online at the moment with this Jotun's Wrath. Right-hand side, though, we see Chapo splitting a tower.
Chapo splitting this tower is going to be really good. He is going to get the farm from the lane, so he's probably going to get a little bit more XP, getting him in the game again, making it easier for them to use their combo.
The problem is Chapo playing this Najai. Whenever a Najai gets behind, that's one of the worst junglers you could be playing, because now your damage is so far behind the enemy jungler that you're almost useless. You're basically an ult buy, but this is one of the hardest ultimates in the game to hit.
Right, and that's also why I would have loved to see the Fenrir. His whole kit is so good against Team Eager's combo, and the Sha is such a risky pick as a whole. If you pre-beat his ultimate, he's basically useless for the whole fight.
Sometimes you have to risk it for the biscuit, and it feels like SoaR having a lot of confidence picking up this Najah, trying to make it work with Challenger Scylla. Instead, though, falling behind pretty early in the game, though. They're still in it. It's only 13 minutes. SoaR still struggling, though, about 3,000 behind.
Well, AirCougar here caught within 3 members of SoaR Gaming, but he's going to be able to get away with that accelerate. Delta Marine around the corner as well. I'm looking again at myflin. We're seeing him go towards this Void Shield. Yet again, why is this such an effective item, particularly on Ratatoskr?
Especially against the Najah. You having the Void Shield, you're going to be able to blow up this slightly tanky Najah. You want to be able to survive the initial burst damage, because if you mitigate the Najah damage with that physical defense, now you'll definitely survive that Crush on a monster combo that's waiting for you.
And that's the Najah you usually want to engage. Just having that protection is going to be good.
Beautiful stun coming out of AirCougar, stopping the dash mid-flight. StormyRays always on the lesser end of this trade.
AirCougar, yeah, I was saying before, he's just really stepped it up in this series. You know, we were just talking on the analyst desk that, you know, AirCougar will be consistent for his team, but not necessarily carry. Delta Marine taking a lot of damage here. There's the ultimate out of the Habois. Chapo took one up into the sky, but it was Dwurst. That's the wrong target there, Chapo. Delta Marine, Water Cannon doesn't do enough, but myflin gets the kill there. 2-man knockup by Jellly. Delta Marine looking for some more damage. Uzzy's the target. Excellent spout from Delta Marine. And there's 2 members dead of SoaR. All 5 of Eager still up, but they're diving this tower.
Wanted by AirCougar falls, but he doesn't find the rewind. Dwurst falls in return. Delta Marine blinking in. myflin's going to connect into the tier 2 tower, rooting Brochacho into place. It was
ring
a
toss.
Beautiful bait by Brochacho earlier on that blue buff. He heals up Uzzy. He finds the meditation. He wasted so much time from Delta Marine.
SoaR was trying to force that fight way too hard, and that's why they lost in the fight. Team Eager then diving the tower was a huge mistake, because the tower damage was way too hard for Team Eager to handle.
Especially with Delta Marine being distracted in that blue buff. Had they had the Habois damage, then sure, that damage would have confirmed more kills, especially considering the fact that AirCougar's rewind didn't come off.
And I feel if SoaR just had a proper call, they could either have killed the Ratatoskr or the Hebo. They didn't really commit to either target, so they just ended up letting both go.
Mid lane, StormyRays pushing some minions towards the tower, but Jellly and Delta Marine going to be there. After that fight, not really much on the map for either team to take advantage of. Gold Fury still down for about another minute. Everyone's buffs now starting to fall as well. Mid camps have spawned, but really, nothing much coming out of that fight other than just a bit of golden experience traded back and forth.
SoaR right now have a lot of objective damage, but wait a minute.
In the mid lane, though, they want to find more kills. Ultramarine, though, nice crushing wave to prevent the sash. Shaliber taking a lot of poke in return, though. myflin's not done with it yet. Gonna force the Sanctuary.
StormyRays doing some damage here, but myflin gets the kill onto Shaliber, and that is huge. The Armor Monster no longer available for SoaR Gaming. Dwurst pulling out SoaRchapo here. StormyRays gets caught. myflin takes some damage from Uzzy, though. Uzzy, great case to keep Eager in place, but Dwurst is here, forcing out the airstrike from StormyRays. Delta Marine throws forward that carpet. They're looking for the tier 2 tower.
Or can't find the kill against Eager. The sustain is good to keep myflin topped off. It was a nice cage onto myflin, but no one to really follow up, and that would have been the perfect opportunity to find a trade 1-for-1 because of how far ahead myflin is with 7 kills. If you kill him now, the bounty is going to be incredible.
And SoaR just tunnel vision way too hard onto the hero there. But then again, Marine playing really well.
Chapo might be caught out here by Dwurst, but Dwurst doesn't have any spells up to finally finish off Chapo, and Chapo healing himself up there with that Naja too.
Despite not finding the kill, this is what you have to do just to allow more of an advantage for myflin to get ahead of Chapo. You don't find the kill, but you force Chapo to back. There's more travel time to go from the fountain to the waves, less experience for Chapo.
And with the lead Team Eager have right now, they want it back, they want to get their items, and then want to start get the war control onto the gold free and start fighting that. What I want to see out of SoaR is a little bit spicy things now. Maybe they could go, there's no wards onto the Fire Giant, and they could do that.
If they find AirCougar with an ulti combo, is that what they're going for?
myflin up in the air here looking for a target, but nothing doing as SoaR disengaged from the Gold Fury, so that's a big ultimate down there for Team Eager.
Not finding the global presence there. Dwurst's ultimate's still on cooldown, so 4 ultimates on the side of SoaR. Still waiting on StormyRays. Both teams waiting each other out. Who's gonna bite first in this chicken game?
I mean, Eager want to look for the fight, and I feel like SoaR's way too weak to do that. They need to wait until Team Eager is on that goal free. All they have to realize, there's no wards onto the right map. They can sneak this Fire Giant if they just realize it.
What I really liked there was myflin went and stole the speed buff away from SoaR Gaming, denying farms to Chapo, who had to hang around that Gold Fury.
3-level lead as a result for myflin. Still doing a good job being on top of it. SoaR has to respond to the snowball that myflin's been getting himself. If they don't find a kill on him soon, he's just going to go out of control, especially once Delta Marine starts hitting closer to level 20.
SoaR got to be careful here that they're not overforcing. All of Team Eager is around, and they're caught now.
We see myflin round the back, low mana here. Over the wall is Uzzy, but the Sanctuary is beautiful from myflin, but there's a lot more damage to follow up on that. Nowhere for the Rat to run. Great stuff from SoaRchapo. Uzzy gets the kill here. Here's the rest of Team Eager. Dwurst forced to jump away. Stun comes through from AirCougar. SoaR, though, get a free pick.
And Ratatoskr had no ultimate there. Going behind, then first getting full speed. It was just a very risky call. He shouldn't have done that.
That's a play that Chapo should have been making at this point, because you're so far behind. You have to go for something crazy. You don't have to go for anything crazy if you're myflin. And now the bounty has been credited to SoaR. Dwurst jumping in.
2-man knockup, 3-man knockup though from Jellly. There's the crushing wave. Jellly gets a kill, and now it's even footing. Delta Marine gets a kill. AirCougar gets a kill. Brilliant execution here from Eager, and now SoaR Gaming have to run away. Gold Fury still leashed by Eager. They're going to get this for free.
It was a disadvantage because myflin was dead, but they had the damage that they needed with Delta Marine's ultimate. Great knock-up opportunity between the Sylvanus and the Nike, but they're not done yet. They want Chapo. They got him.
Delta Marine gets the kill with the spout, and now the tier 2 tower is the target for Eager.
And that was just a great engage coming out from Dwurst. Also getting the 4-man ultimate. He got so much damage off this fight.
Look at that experience difference. Nearly 13,000 in favor of Team Eager. The gold difference, 5,700. Fire Giant being started up here from Eager. Uzzy knows that this is going on. The Fire Giant's getting very low already, under 50% HP. Uzzy, does he have his Wrath up? He does. He could steal this one away. Jumping in, looking to do the damage. He's stunned in place. Can he get off? Brilliant pull there from Jellly, and the Fire Giant's still not dead. Uzzy falls down, but he takes one with him. Team Eager take the Fire Giant.
SoaRchapo's here with the horse on the monster, trying to find the Haba. He's utilizing the carpet movement speed to get away. AirCougar sanctions away. Shaliber finding myflin, at least trading out one member there, not going to have the Fire Giant, as well as myflin and Dwurst.
And SoaR's not going to be able to push anything down, so a great call coming out from Team Eager right there. Getting a safe Fire Giant, they will be able to siege after this. They might be able to get this tier 1, but it's not going to hurt Team Eager as a whole. It's not too much gold anyways.
All right, mid-tier 1 tower going to fall, as you mentioned. A little bit of return there for SoaR Gaming, but overall, this game very heavily in favor of Team Eager at the moment, and if they win this one, they are the world champions.
And that's the thing about Nisha as well. If you will probably never get behind in the early game, but if you do, you're completely useless. We haven't talked about Chapo at all this game because he haven't been doing anything. Can't do anything.
We've been talking about him, but for all the wrong reasons, right? Because of the disparity of the gold and the experience. And you get this combo of the Naja, Scylla, but both of those members are behind their counterparts.
Yeah, looking at myflin, speaking of Chapo's counterparts, gone for the Shifter's Shield this game.
I mean, right now, he just want to be the diving backline. So getting that extra protection, he's just going to stay alive when he jumps down.
You have to be able to keep yourself a little bit extra timing to allow the rest of your rotations between Delta Marine coming, AirCougar coming. We saw what happened when myflin wasn't even in that team fight, right? The damage is there. Now the question is, how long can myflin survive? And that Shifter Shield is going to definitely help out.
Right-hand side, Tier 1 tower, the focus here from Eager. SoaR Gaming should just give this one up. They're not even back at their Tier 2 yet. They might get caught out. AirCougar, excellent decision here to split push. There's a lot of physical damage coming out from the rest of his team, particularly through myflin and Dwurst, so they should be able to take the towers. Uzzy jumps in. SoaR Gaming realize they have the 5-on-4 advantage here.
SoaR or Team Eager don't want to fight this. They have AirCougar in the left lane, and he's just going to split push this.
They have the experience, and now with those two towers on the left-hand side, they get even more gold. They're slowly playing off of their fire giant. myflin jumping, and he wants to find Brochacho. Look at all that damage.
So much damage on Ratatoskr. Excellent pull from Jellly. Doesn't get the knock-up. Cage comes out from Uzzy. Dwurst jumps backward, but not out of the cage. I'm a monster. Doesn't land. Brilliant jukes there from Delta Marine. And myflin comes crashing down from the sky. Knocked up is Shalaba. The heals from Brochacho will keep SoaR healthy.
Delta Marine still has ultimate.
Cougar.
He still has blink. He's trying to find the right angle. So that's why SoaR's backing off, conceding this Tier 2 tower. Has to respect the Habwa.
And that was just great juke coming out of Delta Marine, and he still had his ultimate.
Cougar getting jumped on.
Finds the kill on SoaRchapo. Where did you go?
Uzzy here very low. AirCougar chugging him down, but Delta Marine gets a double kill. Mid to tower is down. Mid Phoenix is the next target here. Fully fire gianted, or on the carries fully fire gianted anyway for Team Eager. Middle Phoenix falls down. Right hand side might be the target. Eager actually jumping in and looking for Brochacho. The crush comes through from Shalaba. He dashes away. AirCougar doesn't land the damage here. Brochacho so low here, but gonna get to the fountain.
Finally, they found the mid Phoenix. They're going for the left one. They wanted some kills. They're getting a little bit extra spicy here. They're forcing the ultimate out of StormyRays, but now the second Phoenix finally falling. The root is good, but it's not enough damage to confirm. They're just too far behind.
And Team Eager with the sustain from Jellly, just being able to stay there for so long. They could possibly have gotten the right thing as well. A little bit risky call, but just a great job. And the keeper was online for sure. He one-shot out Brochacho.
So many great plays this game from Jellly. So many great pulls, knockups from his ultimates. Fantastic work out of the support.
I can't believe this is what's gonna be happening here. Team Eager, they're just one more push away from getting the third win in the set, crowning themselves the Smite console world championship title. Delta Marine, level 20, red buff. He is the damage that Eager is going to have to secure the Titan.
He can get a rod now. He can get a full rod at Tahuti.
And Delta Marine have been playing insane in this set, on the Zeus and now on this Hebo. He's realizing he don't have any mobility, so instead of running away, he starts juking all the time, and he's been doing it great this game.
Right-hand side, blue buff gonna fall. Two Phoenixes down, right-hand side Phoenix the only one left.
And Eager don't want to overextend now. They don't want to push the right lane, even though they could possibly with the two Phoenixes down. They're going to wait for the Fire Giant, take it for free, and then slowly siege down the right Phoenix. They have a lot of damage on AirCougar. That Phoenix is going to melt.
There's only one way for Eager to lose this. If all 5 members sacrifice themselves in the Titan fountain, basically, of SoaR. And they're not going to allow that, obviously, to happen. They're going to play it very slow and methodical. Get the Fire Giant, get the more objective damage that comes with it, and the sustain.
But if Team Eager does a little bit of a mistake, SoaR is going to collapse on it, so they can still be in this game. If they 100% commit to this Fire Giant call and SoaR going for it, then I don't think they are. They are.
All right, SoaR looking to contest this one. They do have two Phoenixes down. myflin up in the sky here, looking for some targets. It might be the backline here. Chapo takes one up in the sky. It's Delta Marine. He's doing no damage to the I'm a Monster. Doesn't even come through. The crush does, but Delta Marine managed to get away. He gets one kill, and now SoaR are falling. Delta Marine Marine gets a second. StormyRays picks up Delta Marine. Airstrike comes through from the Jing wave, but now Eager, they're chasing down Uzzy, they're chasing down Shaliber, they're chasing down the win.
They have to be chasing them down because the Titan is going to be attacked by some fire minions, and that's going to be 3 members dead from SoaR. Only Delta Marine has fallen, and Eager are going into the Titan roof.
AirCougar forced to use the Sanctuary, then the knock-up nearly online there from StormyRays. It comes to us, they're looking for Shaliber here in the town. StormyRays taken so low, burns the Sanctuary from him. Back to the town, great pull there from Jellly. They're looking for Shaliber, they're looking for the Titan. Here's StormyRays low, StormyRays forced back, Titan down, Titan dead, Eager! They are your console world champions!
Congratulations, Team Eager!
Just a great save by Team Eager as a whole. I'm a little bit disappointed in SoaR overall. I would have loved to see a better combo of the Nisha and the Scylla combo, but it just didn't work out for them.
No, they did the strategy. They wanted to execute it. They got the first, but unfortunately, it was Eager that was managing to get the better end of it with the objectives.
Oops. Ladies and gentlemen, your console Smite world champions.
World champions, let's go!
You guys all played lights out, fantastic set right here. All of you guys played your minds out of control. Delta Marine, Unrelinquished, whatever you want to be called right now. You put on a fantastic performance. What did it take to really bring it out in the finals?
It took my teammates, honestly. Cougar, Myth, Jellly, Dwurst, they let me do what I do. If I didn't have them, I'd just be some shitter on playing casuals.
You got one.
And our coach, Sadiq Umeki, he's a fucking god.
You guys all really brought it together. Like you said, you guys don't have a standout individual beyond the team itself. I think everybody really understands that. Cougar, as the captain, how do you create that sort of atmosphere where everybody can come together as one and really raise the Eager flag?
It's just understanding each individual role of the team and just never like getting too mad. Like I want to get mad sometimes in the game and everyone's like, no, just calm down. And everyone just stayed level-headed. So to form a team like that, I mean, we're all friends. Like we all hang out with each other. We've been going to dinner, dinner with each other every night. And so we actually like enjoy spending time with each other. So it just makes playing the game way easier.
There's a lot of different dynamics on this team. I think you can look to you maybe to be that cool, level-headed leader. I think Jellly and Dwurst kind of are the spearheads that want to lead together. And then you have this guy, just this guy.
Hey, I'm this guy. I don't know what to say. I couldn't do this without my team. Well, maybe some of them. No, I'm just kidding. But we're all great players. I respect every one of them. They all bring something individual to the team, and that's just indispensable. And I can't imagine having a better team in my life.
Now we've really broken it down. I've asked you sort of the dynamics of everything. I've asked you how to bring the team together. We've gotten really, really intricate with all that stuff. And I turned to myflin for the raw. And I just want to know, what's the feeling now that you're the world champs?
Well, I'm losing feeling in my appendages, but aside from that, I'm just ecstatic. I look out in the crowd, it's just hype. Everything, the energy in the building, it's unbelievable.
Absolutely. And now, one more time, give it up for your console Smite World Champions, Team Eager. That's it for us on the stage. There is a standout player, a most valuable player, and that will be divulged by Golden Boy.
Thank you guys so much. Congratulations to Eager. What a performance out of them. And we have to make the announcement for who is the MVP. And I think it goes without saying, but Zaxi, since you've been so connected to this scene, I'm going to let you say it.
The MVP of the Smite Console World Championships is going to be Delta Marine.
Delta Marine. Congratulations to him. I mean, the Habwa play in mid at the end of that last game really gave them that victory, and it is so deserved. Taco, I want to get your thoughts here. What do you think about Eager taking this? I know you wanted to see a Game 5, but still, Eager winning, that was a pretty incredible accomplishment.
Yeah, no, it was overall really impressive how together as a team they managed to keep their composure no matter how the game was going, whether they had a rough early start or not. And so I think overall you could tell that there was a lot of synergy involved with the team. You heard myflin on the stage. You couldn't imagine playing with a better group of people. And so I think that that's really, it's a key component to have as far, because synergy, you can have some of the greatest mechanically skilled players in the world, but it doesn't mean anything if there's no synergy involved. And so I think that Eager showed up to play, and I mean, it was very obvious that they were all on the same page.
Awesome stuff. Saxy, final thoughts for you, my friend. You crushed it all day on the desk. Your knowledge has been impeccable. Thank you for everything that you've done here. But, you know, I mean, I guess what does this event now mean for Console Smite moving forward into the future?
I mean, it kind of solidifies Eager as, you know, the best team. They are not always finishing first in the regular season, but when these guys show up to LAN, they really bring it. And composure is a word that comes to mind. There are times when you say, okay, Eager could crumble here, you know, they could buckle, but they always stay composed. They always keep their heads in it, keep a level head, and they came out on top today.
It was awesome stuff indeed, guys. Well, that's going to do it for the analyst desk of that matchup, but we want to bring up the MVP of that game. It is none other than Delta Marine. How's it going? Put the headset on, my man. Welcome to the analyst desk. Congratulations on your victory. How's it feel, man? You're a champion.
It feels pretty good, man. We've been grinding all Christmas season long. It feels really good to put all that time out there and then see all the fans out here and support us so much. It's been awesome.
Well, of course, you know, I know you guys earned it. You had some incredible play there. This, my friend, I believe, yes, this is for you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
This is heavy, by the way. I'm not even going to lie. Like, I think it will kill Taco, to be honest with you. So, good job.
Are you making fun of my height again?
Kind of, yes. But it's not about us, Taco. It's not about our beef, okay? It's about the Delta Marine over here. Look, man, at the end of the draft, you know, we saw your guys' final pick was a Habwa, and I couldn't help but just think, like, all right, why? What was the objective here? What were you guys looking to accomplish? It hadn't been picked the entire draft or the entire matchup. What was your goal?
Well, Hebo's always like a top pick for me. We played Zeus. Zeus is #1, so if they give us Zeus, we're going to take Zeus. And then Ra is really good too, but we scrimmed SoaR before this, and every single game they'd first ban Ra, so I hadn't played Ra in like literally a month, so my Ra is a little bit worse. And we played Hebo against ALG, so Hebo felt really good. It just has that, you know, all that burst you need on the box, and it's just really good God.
Taco.
Yeah, Zaxi was mentioning how Habwa tends to pretty much just carry games once you get him online, and it really seemed like you looked really comfortable with your positioning and everything. And I know part of that's due to the fact that you felt as though you had your team to back you up no matter what and peel you out of, you know, weird situations. But I would say if we hadn't seen a Habwa, what would you have opted for?
Not the Hebo, probably the Ra again, but Hebo was definitely like the call. Gilly was like, pick the Hebo, and I'm like, you got it, man.
Oh, really? So he was just like, go for it. Just
Yeah,
make it happen.
I'm like, Hebo or Rock, Gilly, you gotta tell me. He's like, Hebo.
Oh, wow. Okay. Awesome. It's always cool to kind of like find out what happens in the comms during the draft phase. So that's pretty cool. Well, hey, man, congratulations on your victory. You are a Smite console world champion.
Can I make a shout out real quick?
That's right. So long as you guys aren't cursing, because y'all a bunch of savages on
I'm
that stage.
sorry.
I'm not
We're
gonna be front.
excited.
I'm messing around. Go ahead.
Well, I want to shout out my girlfriend of 2.5 years, Haley. She came here to support me, and she's been amazing. I'm so glad she's here.
All right.
And SoaR Gaming, too. Their controllers are pretty sweet.
All right. Well, that's awesome. Shout out to Haley. Awesome stuff. Your way to support your guy. But Taco, that's going to do it for you here as well. Thank you so much for your insight.
I've
throughout
enjoyed
the
our
weekend.
time together.
It's been very, very fun. Very fun indeed. But, all right, guys, that's going to do it for us here for the Smite Console World Championship. But coming up next, it is the main event, what everyone has been eagerly anticipating. It will be Obey facing off against the defending world champions NRG in our PC Smite World Championships to close out the hi-rez Expo 2017 presented by Twitch Prime. We'll see you guys in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.